I got two last hard questions for you, and I'll let you go. Would you be willing to go plant-based, meaning not purchasing any more animal products until you watch that? Just because you don't really...
Well, I tried to do that in the past, and it's too hard for me to modify.
But you are willing to watch that documentary?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I appreciate that. That's the least you can do. And the last hard question, I'll let you go. How many more animals do you want exploited for you? Is it more than zero?
I don't know what to say.
I'll repeat it, and I'll put emphasis on the word. How many do you want exploited for you?
Well, none, obviously.
Exactly.
But
And that's just...
and I don't...
Hey, you want to share your thoughts? We're live on YouTube. Is that okay?
I'm not a YouTube viable human, but if you want to do that, sure.
Awesome. I'll just have you stand right here. If you feel uncomfortable, just feel free to walk away.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, cool. So we're just asking people basic questions. My name's Anna first. What's yours?
Steve.
Steve. Lovely to meet you, Steve. What brings you to the market today?
Oh, I come over here for energy and to buy edible things.
Nice. Yeah, it's a great place to do both of those. So what do you think about the powerful versus the powerless? Do you think the powerful should have the right to oppress or mistreat the powerless?
Well, of course not. But I mean, this is the era we're heading into where the prediction of the quote-unquote Marxists in the 1840s are coming true vastly, increasingly more frequently, is all the money is controlling everything and everybody.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Right.
It just grabs politics and moves it to the right wing. The right wing says, let the money do what it wants, and everybody else has to just kind of live with it.
What about in areas where we do have power? Do you think, like, we have choice? Do you think that if we're the powerful, that we should be careful about who we're affecting?
Well, of course, yeah. I mean, never step down on anybody that you can influence.
At least not intentionally, right?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I agree.
So if everyone can only control their own sphere and what goes on inside your own mind.
I agree.
So part of that is don't let all the stuff affect you. Well, that's easier said than done.
No, I agree. What about the animals that we send to slaughter, used for food, clothing, or entertainment? Would you agree that we are the powerful in that situation and we're oppressing the powerless?
Well, right. And I don't know what the answer to that is because, once again, humans do what they want on this planet, and you can't...
Yeah, you can only control yourself, right?
You can't control everything that happens everywhere.
Right. Yeah, so for your actions, I'm just asking, do you think the animals care about what happens to themselves?
Well, obviously, I mean, they have emotions of some sort.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, you're right.
And if you look at, who was it? Grandin?
Yeah,
the autistic.
Grandin.
Yeah. I mean, she figured that out.
Yeah.
And said, okay, let's not do this to these. Even if we're just going to kill them and eat them, don't do it.
Yeah. So, do you agree then that if we don't need to do something to the animals, we shouldn't do that to them, right? We shouldn't use them or take their life if we don't have to. Do you agree?
Yeah. I pretty much agree with that.
Do you know the term vegan?
Well, yes. I'm not sure what it all...
Yeah, that's okay. Most people don't know.
Because organic doesn't have an official definition either.
Gotcha. So veganism does have a definition. It was coined in like the 40s. The idea of veganism has been around for thousands of years, but the term vegan was coined in the 40s to mean an ethical stance against the exploitation of other sentient beings. So I don't want to demand anybody be enslaved for me. Does that align with your own principles? Not demanding someone be enslaved for you?
Well, sure. I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I take the example of buying eggs, and this is possibly ridiculous, but I mean, don't buy eggs that are where the chickens are in a 2,000 chicken factory.
Yeah.
Because first of all, the eggs are terrible.
Well, so why is it just the confinement bad only because the eggs are bad?
Well, but it's both.
Okay.
It's both. I mean, you're getting a bad product, and the animals are treated poorly.
Exactly. Their experiences matter, right?
Right. And there's an outfit over there selling eggs where the chickens run around in their backyard.
Yeah.
So why not do that instead? The product's better, and the animals are treated better.
So do you think there's anything that we need from animals that would justify bringing them into existence just to use them? Is there something we need from chicken eggs or any animal product that you can think of?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever sorted that out.
Yeah, that's okay.
I mean, I use it as a viable source of protein because eggs are the most bioavailable protein you can consume.
Yeah, well, the thing is, the individual she has to bear a weight every day. And her ancestors, before we got a hold of them, didn't do that. They did it maybe part of the year. They only had 13 eggs
Right.
a
Okay.
year.
Yeah. So I never, that never occurred to me that chickens are being, just like cows are being forced to give milk
Yeah, well, it's
by
not even,
thousands of pounds a year.
yeah, exactly. They're bred. Not only do they have to go through certain practices that are not fair, but they also have in their body bred the cruelty. So cows, like you point out, overproduce milk. Chickens overproduce eggs. But even if they didn't overproduce, don't you think there's a cruelty in having someone be born just to be used by you? Doesn't that sound like slavery?
Well, sure. And there's a joke in France when they see a baby in a carriage, they say, "Madame, you're working for the army."
Yeah, because you're raising a soldier.
Right. So we don't know to what degree our whole society thinks about that as males are consumable as soldiers.
Yeah. Did you know that in the egg industry that males are actually blended up alive on their first day of life because they're considered a waste product?
Right.
So, just as an example of, the way we objectify and we separate based off of gender, to only use them for our purposes is to demean them, right? They have their own purpose. Those little male chicks, even though they don't produce eggs, they want to live. Do you think that you play a part in that? Do you think that those animals are there because of your demand at all? Do you think you're part of that system?
Well, I don't know. I suppose to the extent that you buy that product, you are.
Exactly, yeah, that supply and demand. So every time you do buy those eggs, you're telling those farmers, get more chickens, make more individuals exist that have this handicap of producing eggs so that I can have eggs. Do you, hearing that, does that sound fair for the chicken?
I never thought about it.
Yeah. It took me some time too. So veganism, like I said, was this ethical stance against the exploitation of other sentient beings. I personally wouldn't want to be a chicken. Even on the nicest farm, I wouldn't want to be born into existence to have to carry this weight for someone else, to benefit someone else, right? So what we're out here is just saying most people agree with that principle. We all agree, like if someone was kicking a dog for pleasure, regardless of your benefit, that dog's experiences matter. And it's not fair to birth someone into existence just to use. Would you be willing to watch a documentary? Maybe not right now, but like when you have a free moment.
Sure. I can't do it right now or today, but I've watched documentaries on things, and like the Temple Grandin example. I mean, I'm autistic too, which is why I was drawn to that story.
Yeah.
But she figured that out and figured out some better way of doing the whole thing.
What she did is she tricked the cows because she can read their body.
So you're still slaughtering them. You're still slaughtering them. It's just a different system.
If they know what's coming, they don't want it, right? They run, just like we would. If we knew a knife was coming to us, we'd run from it. So what Temple Grandin did is decrease the stressors in the slaughterhouse, but they still meet the same end. To me, it's more of a betrayal, honestly, because she related with them.
Well, and I used to have cousins that had a farm in rural Missouri, and they would raise pigs. Mm-hmm. And so once we were sending the pigs to slaughter, and the pigs didn't want to go. They didn't want to get in the truck.
Yeah.
So this one pig looked around the circle, saw that I was the smallest one, charged me and knocked me over and got loose.
Yeah. I mean, what would you do if you're being put into a loud truck that you've never heard before? Something's different, something's up. You feel threatened, right? You'd probably want to defend yourself.
Right, but hogs were their livelihood at the time, and it was how they were making a living.
Yeah. I mean, there are people that are making a living off of using animals, but that doesn't make what they're doing moral. There are programs that can help farmers transition away from using animals. Like there's the Viva program, there's the Ranchers Advocacy program, and Transformation. If a farmer wanted to transition away from using animals but still utilizing their lands, there's options. So they're not just left out in the dark.
Well, right. And the United States, they have these huge, I call them pig manure factories.
Yeah, that's basically
because it's pollution. It's pollution.
Yeah.
And in France, they don't have that.
Yeah.
Bacon is hugely expensive. Tough luck.
Yeah.
I mean, don't eat it. But they've got regulations that say you can't have these huge pollution factories like that.
Yeah,
and we don't here. And there's some people that live in areas where they have no choice.
Yeah.
That can rain down on them in a flood.
Absolutely. A lot of the times, if you live near a high, like a factory farm, if you will, I forgot what to call the CAFOs. If you're near one of those, you absolutely can develop health issues. But even if you didn't, like, even if those other issues didn't happen, environmentally speaking, health speaking, the issue is that someone's being enslaved. Those cows, those chickens, those pigs, they don't want to be used, and we don't need to use them. So if you're willing, I'll give you this card. You can scan that little QR code, and it takes you to our website. And there's a button that says "See what I fund." Just click on that. It's a 3-minute film, really short. Ask yourself, do I want to give my money to these people? Because I feel that you're an honest person. I don't think you actually want to cause others harm when you don't need to. And I honestly do this as a courtesy to other people because I think that we're all good people. I think we do want to do the right thing. We just don't know that we can. Yeah. Would you be willing to watch that documentary?
I'm not a big QR code person, but I'll consider doing it.
You can look up Dominion on YouTube. It's a free documentary. In fact, it's written right there. So you can look it up free on YouTube. Would you be willing to watch that?
Sure, I can do that.
Awesome. I got 2 last hard questions for you, and I'll let you go.
Okay.
Would you be willing to go plant-based, meaning not purchasing any more animal products until you watch that? Just because you don't really...
Well, I've tried to do that in the past, and it's too hard for me to modify.
But you are willing to watch that documentary?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I appreciate that. That's the least you can do. And the last hard question, I'll let you go. How many more animals do you want exploited for you? Is it more than 0?
I don't know what to say.
I'll repeat it, and I'll put emphasis on the word. How many do you want exploited for you?
Well, none, obviously.
Exactly. And that's just...
But I don't eat veal because I know how that is produced.
Right.
So that's just...
It might be just a matter of seeing what it is, because I didn't know. I honestly consumed animals for most of my life. And it wasn't until I watched that film that I was like, oh, I didn't know what I was supporting. And most of us don't know. And it's important as consumers that we know. So you taking that time to watch that documentary is huge. I really do appreciate that.
Okay.
What was your name one more time?
Steve.
Steve, can I give you an elbow? I really appreciate you coming and talking to me, Steve.
Okay.
You can also find us too on here if you scan it. You don't have to. You can also just go to antianimaluse.org. But there's a part that says live, or the next time we'll be live. If you click on that, you'll see the video.
Oh.
And you can rewatch us if you want. Yeah. Okay. You were great, Steve, though. Don't feel bad. You were amazing. I love talking to you.
All right.
You have a great day. Enjoy the rest of the
Thanks.
market. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.